Catherine, the Philadelphia district attorney is suing Elon Musk and his PAC in an effort to stop his controversial $1 million a day giveaway to registered voters who sign his petition. What's the latest there?
Yeah, look, they're saying that this is obviously, in their belief, it could violate the law and that it could be illegal. This is as Musk continues those $1 million giveaways. This isn't the first that we've heard from entities either threatening to sue Elon, suing Elon Musk, or warning him that this could be illegal. This is still obviously developing through various different entities here, but it comes as we know that the Department of Justice has warned Musk that what he's doing could be illegal. That letter that we've reported on through sources came from the DOJ's election crimes unit. So a lot going on here in terms of the legality associated with what Musk continues to do here with his $1 million giveaways, though our reporter Will Staken has spoken to people close to Elon and close to the PAC, and it appears at this point that Musk continues and will continue to give out these $1 million giveaways, if you will.
Alex, Trump's also vowing to give his former presidential opponent, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., broad power over food and medicine if he wins the election. What would that mean for food and drug policy?
Well, Diane, I mean, I think the jury's really still out on that. But as you mentioned, Kennedy, once an opponent of Trump, now has endorsed him. Yesterday at that rally at Madison Square Garden, RFK did speak. He was part of that 5-hour lineup. And then we also heard the former president basically say, I'm going to let him go wild on health. I'm going to let him go wild on food. I'm going to let him go wild on the medicines. But again, not a lot of clarity as to what that means. But as you noted, Kennedy is a conspiracy theorist. He's dabbled in environmental conspiracies, and he's also a noted anti-vaxxer.
Selena, Harris will be back in Washington tomorrow to deliver a major address. She's speaking at the same site where former President Trump spoke to supporters before the attack on the Capitol. So why this location and what's at stake in this address?
Look, tomorrow is exactly 1 week before Election Day, and her campaign wanted to pick a symbolic location for Vice President Harris to deliver her closing argument to the American people. That's why they've picked the Ellipse here in Washington, D.C. That's where Donald Trump had delivered his remarks to protesters before they stormed the Capitol on January 6th. So that gives you an indication that this speech is really going to be focused on the threat that she believes Donald Trump poses to democracy and the fundamental ideals of America. But her campaign aides say that this is going to move beyond just the anti-Trump message, that she's going to argue it is time to turn the page from the chaos and disunity under Donald Trump, and that she'll also discuss what her plan would look like in her first term in office versus Donald Trump. So this is all about laying out the evidence, then letting the American people decide the outcome.
And Catherine, a memo circulating among Trump advisors proposes bypassing the FBI security clearance process for political appointees. Why do they want that, and how would that work?
Yeah, look, it's a good question, and there's lots of elements to this. But the bottom line is here that if Trump were to win the election, his advisors are proposing a plan that would get the people that he wants as political appointees in more easily. That means bypassing the FBI. They don't trust the FBI for various reasons that you've heard Trump talk about. But the significance of this is that a lot of the people close to Donald Trump and people who he could potentially be considering putting in the cabinet are people who have been indicted, who potentially have criminal records, people who can't get security clearances. So the significance of this is, at least the proposal that's floating, is that we can get some outside entity to do the security background checks. Then, in Trump's view and his advisors' view, if they have that outside background check, they can automatically be cleared for classified briefings, and then they would have access to sensitive information. It obviously raises a lot of national security concerns potentially, and also the question of whether some of the cabinet appointees, if he's considering bypassing the FBI background check for the cabinet, whether the Senate would even accept such a thing during confirmations.
All right, Selena Wang, Alex Perchet, Catherine Falders, thank you all.